Welcome back, everybody. The History Guy here. I just returned from a trip to Washington, D.C. to the Antietam and Gettysburg battlefields, and I am ready to dive back into this series, which I have not played since Saturday. And it is now August of 1914. There is, as of yet, no war in Europe, but I feel it's still probably coming soon. I think maybe it just is triggering later than normal. So I want to do a couple of things to get ready, just in case. And one of those is that I'm going to go ahead and take all these troops that are garrisoned along the border with Germany, because I don't think there's going to be a war with Germany, and I'm going to reassign them to the Balkan Command, which I then need to give to a field marshal who can command that many divisions, 52. And then we need to kind of reassign the, just kind of redo the orders here. I want to just be ready for Serbia if that time comes. I don't know for sure that I'll end up at war with them, but just in case, I'll be ready. Same thing with these garrison troops that are also on the border with Germany. I'm going to move them over to Russia just in case. And again, reassign an action. I'm going to move to try and get Romania into an alliance with me, so I'm not going to worry too much about this part of Russia. I'm just going to mainly concern myself with an offensive line that would basically, I guess I have to have a front line first. There we go. That would basically move out to about, let's say, here for now. Well, let's redraw that, because I want to get, I think that's, is that Minsk? Kiev. Okay, so Kiev, and that'll get us off to a good start in a war with Russia if it comes to that. All right, so here we go. Early motorized complete. All right, so maybe some new options there. I have to kind of refamiliarize with myself with this after having not played for a few days. Ooh, mustard gas. Yes, please. That'll help with breakthrough and soft attack. So the use of gas was attempted once on the Eastern Front by the Germans against the Russians, but it was so unsuccessful that nobody in the Russian command really felt it necessary to even share that information with their allies in the West. And so then the first really successful gas attack. All right, so I just gave Bukovina to Romania. That's territory right here. Just kind of an act of, hey, we want to be friends, and maybe we can become allies at some point. Now I've got troops that have to be removed, and hopefully that'll just happen on its own. The mustard gas attack, it wasn't mustard gas, it was chlorine gas, actually, that was used by the Germans in an attack in the West that was actually very successful. I think it killed or incapacitated something like 5,000 French and British soldiers. Created a huge hole in the line that the Germans were able to kind of walk right through. But pretty quickly after that, the Allies figured out how to basically overcome the effects of that. It was something as simple as urinating on this is kind of gross, I know, but if you urinated on a cloth and then breathed through it, it actually countered the effects of the chlorine gas, which the chlorine gas was meant to get into your lungs and basically keep you from being able to breathe properly. So pretty much after that, there was never really a gas attack that really turned the tide of a battle. All right, so where are we at? We did give Bukovina to Romania. We can't call Romania to war because there is no war, but let's go ahead and go to Organize the Realm, which is going to give a 5% boost to national unity, give me some more political power, and open up some good options down below that. So we've still got, okay, the exiled divisions have finally moved. Manpower's starting to become a little bit of a concern for me. Something I'm going to have to deal with at some point. Not really anything else I want to do as far as spending my political power at the moment. But we're into September of 1914 now. And what's the issue here? Okay, we got some unassigned divisions. So go ahead and assign them to the Russian front for now. So all is quiet at the moment. World tension's at 14%. Current wars, we've got the Serbians and Ottomans still at war. Still pretty much a stalemate. Nothing really happening there. Had a question asking me about why not form my own faction. You actually can't. As a democratic power that's only got 14% world tension. If you look here, need world tension at 80% in order to create a faction. You also have to have the national spirit in order to create a faction. So a democratic government, which I am, not even close to being able to form a faction right now. Another unassigned division, Russian front with you. I feel like I'm punishing them by sending them to the Russian front. And another question which was, why democracy? Well, my goal with being a democracy was that I was hoping to avoid ending up at war with the Triple Entente, France, United Kingdom, and Russia. But I fear that may end up happening regardless, so we'll see. All is quiet. We're almost into October. I feel pretty good. It looks like my army does too, if war does break out. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, what's going on here? Every day, a more harrowing news comes in from the Austro-Serbian border as another German storefront with a bomb thrown in. Another attack on a Habsburg official. We're not Habsburgs anymore, though. More vandalism, more looting. Almost all of the arrested criminals have ties to Serbia, and some even allege government instruction. Serbia has been instructed to use its military to keep the peace, but they have done no such thing, and even seem to continue urging these crimes. Kaiser, we don't have a Kaiser anymore. Franz Joseph has sent out to the Serbian government. Oh, there's the demand. Full military cooperation with the Austrian army unless the issue is resolved. This is the set of demands that led directly to a declaration of war and led directly to World War I. So it looks like it's all going to go down anyway. So here we go. Let's see what happens. I think there were a couple of weeks from the time that the demands... Whoa, okay. Serbia, white peace with the Ottoman Empire. Whoa, what is going on here? All right, so this Juarez, he was a socialist leader in France. And if I remember right, what was happening was there was a man who actually... a Frenchman who was actually planning to go to Germany and assassinate Kaiser Wilhelm. And... happened to be walking down the street and saw this man sitting in a restaurant and recognized who he was and decided to walk up and assassinate him instead. Wait, how do I just declare war on someone without having a choice to make in this? The game just declared war on Serbia for me. Okay, well, here we go. I guess we're going to war after all. I wonder if I'm going to end up at war with everybody. So I had absolutely no control over the fact that I just went to war with Serbia. Alright, so before we do anything here, we've got some air wings. I don't know how much they're really going to be able to do here, but we'll go ahead and assign them to the Western Balkans. We've got some airships, and we've got close air support, which we will also assign to the Western Balkans. And what are we going to do? These guys can do strategic bombing, I guess, so alright. Alright, let's see what happens here. Let's go ahead and trigger our attack plan on the Western Balkans. Alright, German Empire declared war on Belgium. Here we go. So, you'll remember, Russia declares war on Austria. Belgium has called France as our enemy in the German-Belgian War. Belgium has called the UK as our enemy in the German-Belgian War. So, the Russian Empire has opted for war against the Austro-Hungarian Empire, which doesn't exist anymore, allegedly in an attempt to assist Serbia. Despite seemingly good intentions, almost all powers of Europe agree that this is simple Russian expansionism into Habsburg territory, and most have withdrawn their support for the Tsar, though it's rumored that France may still yet join this war. Yeah, they already did. It seems Otto von Bismarck's prediction of the next great European war has come true. Alright, so if you're keeping score at home, we've been invited to join the Central Powers, which we just left. Might as well. We're already at war with all these people. So we've got one war against... See, I don't know why I got sucked into this war with Belgium, Luxembourg, France, and the UK, when that was all because Germany, who was not my ally, decided to declare war on Belgium so they could go through Belgium to get to France. Alright, anyway. Serbia is already a good bit of the way toward capitulation. So let's take a look here. Why am I going into the Ottomans with my army? I don't know why I'm set up to do that. But okay. So we've got some free military factories. We've definitely got to kind of look at some things here. World tension's not high enough. I'm like at war with everybody, and I still can't raise my conscription level. All right. I'm sure it'll get there soon enough. So I've got a few places I can go with this. I really don't know why I have horse-drawn vehicles still. All right, let's take a look real quick at production. There's a lot that's happening now. So we went from kind of quiet and not a lot going on to suddenly all kinds of stuff is happening. So we're going to deploy some of these lines instantly just to get them into the field. I want to get that initial jump on these other countries as best I can. So let's go ahead and assign some of these guys to the Russian front. I think I've got enough down there to deal with Serbia for now. Okay, so I'm going to have to redo this now. I'm hoping I can definitely, as soon as this... Organize the Realms done, I'm going to see if I can call Romania into this war. That would definitely be helpful at this point. We're going to draw this offensive line right here for now, and then hopefully Romania gets into it and they can kind of push the line over here. Okay. France is called the Russian Empire, so now we are at war with Russia. South Africa, Mongolia. So... it's suddenly very much a world war. I really can't believe the world tension is not higher than 22%. And obviously now we're going to have to find a new trading partner. So thankfully we have Germany for that, because we can't trade with Russia anymore since we're at war with them. Alright, missing equipment production. What am I missing? I need... probably because I'm at war and I'm going to start using equipment. I need airships, really. Okay. Let's build some Zeppelins. Alright. Alright, so there we go. We're getting some Zeppelins going. Belgium joined the Entente. It's going fast and furious now. UK has called Nepal as our enemy. Alright, Nepal, welcome to the fray. Things are going well in Serbia. Hopefully we'll knock them out pretty quickly. Luxembourg joined the Entente. I may have to slow things down here because there's so much going on at the moment. The UK has called Canada as our enemy. Oh, Canada. They've called British Raj. That's India. Unassigned divisions. Let's get them assigned. Alright, once everybody... Tunisia has been called by France. Oman. Is there anybody who's not already in the war? Okay. So, let's see what's happening here. Naval combat. This is going to be a real problem for me because I've got this big coast here, and I don't have much of a navy. I was really hoping to avoid war with the UK for this very reason. I thought I had a bigger fleet than this. Did I already lose my fleet? Is that what happened here? Or no, just the rest of the fleet's already out on patrol. Oh, there's a naval invasion happening, okay, in Dalmatia and Montenegro. So that was really fast. How in the world did they already have troops for a naval invasion? Alright, so why are you not dealing with this naval invasion here? Alright, it's been a while since I've used my navy, so you're going to have to give me a minute here to figure this out. Search and destroy, convoy raiding, convoy escort. Let's do search and destroy. I really don't understand why this naval invasion is not being stopped by my navy. Yeah, you guys. Carol I of Romania has died. The long rule of Carol I of Romania helped the quick development of the Romanian state. During his reign, Carol I personally led Romanian troops during the Russo-Turkish War and assumed command of the Russo-Romanian army during the siege of Plevna. Well, Ferdinand is the new king, and I'm hoping very much that I can get Ferdinand to turn the tide and go against Russia in this war. All right, the question remains, why is my navy not stopping this naval invasion? Let's merge these two fleets together. If it'll let me do that. I guess not. UK is called Bhutan. That's great. New Zealand. So we're still calling people into the war here. Australia. Awesome. Looks like Germany's got some divisions that have come into play here. Are we yet in a position to launch this attack on Russia? I guess not. We're still getting folks into position. Alright, what's happening here? We've got naval combat finally happening in the Adriatic Sea. I've got a lot more ships than him, but we're talking about the British Navy here, so not entirely sure I'm going to do well. I'm going to slow the time down a little bit here. I'm hoping that my superior number of ships will offset the fact that I'm sure he's got a more powerful navy. But this will be important for me to win because it's going to be hard to stop a naval invasion if he destroys my navy. Alright, so we have developed the first tank prototype, so that's nice. And we're going to go ahead and start working on the first heavy tank, even though it's got a bit of a penalty. Any advantage I can get on the battlefield right now, I will definitely take. So I've already lost 7 destroyers. He's lost 5 destroyers. Alright, we're holding our own so far. Problem is, he'll probably be able to replace these easier than I can. Alright, we took out a couple of his bigger ships. 17 destroyers gone. That's basically all my destroyers are toast now. Alright, we're going to destroy this British Navy. Come on, let's get these battle cruisers taken out. That's who I really want to deal with. Take them down, take them down. Alright, we took out his first battle cruiser. Here goes another one. Nice, nice. Alright, we're doing pretty well against the British Navy at the moment. That's what I like to see. I'll go ahead and get back to taking a look at the army here. Looks like Serbia is going to be overrun. Our Russian front is still not ready to go. Looks like the Germans haven't really done anything so far here in Belgium. The French are really holding them pretty strong there. We're going to have to deal with Serbia so we can turn our attention to these other places and help out. I'm going to adjust this because I don't know why they're focusing so much on the Ottomans when really this is what we want to deal with. It's just Serbia here. There we go. Go. Okay. Alright. Is this naval battle done yet? Just about. Love it. Love it. Bye-bye. Get out of here. Wait, how is that a defeat? Oh, because I lost 27 ships? So it looks like my Navy went back to kind of refit. Get back out there and fight. Yeah, I want to abort that task. Get back out there and fight. We got to stop this naval invasion before you worry about that. Okay. Now, national focus is definitely going to be call Romania to war. Or wait, we can call Italy to war if we go this way, but it's going to take a while to get that far. This is the immediate need. Let's get Romania in this war, and then we'll start focusing on getting Italy into the war. Air wings with no mission. All right. We're going to turn and focus on this area here. Close air support. Thank you. Alright, Serbia is about to be overrun. They're going to be out of this thing pretty soon. How close are we on that? These are still considered separate wars. So that's good. We can resolve that one and be done with it. They've only got a few men left. I've only lost 218 casualties so far. Awesome. Just kind of watch what's happening. I got 52 divisions invading their 6. This should be happening a lot faster. Let's go ahead and speed things up a little bit here just until it's done. There's not a whole lot else happening, so I can kind of focus right here on what's happening a little bit. Come on, the forces of Austria must overrun these dirty, rotten Serbians who started this war. They didn't really start the war. I started the war. "41 divisions against 3. Why is this going to take another 9 days? My goodness. Alright, new infantry helmet. This is going to be helpful moving forward. Let's start focusing on our military a little more. Gotta do something about this manpower, though. I'm definitely going to need to do something about that. How about our mobilization? We can do total mobilization now. Definitely want to do that. Let's pause for just a second, back out a little bit here, and take a look where we stand with production. Looks like finally have enough infantry equipment, so that's good. Honestly, I could probably start recruiting more, except I'm going to run out of manpower. So I don't really want to add more to what I'm already working on. This is definitely going to be something I can do, though, and that is to, you know what, let's go ahead and start doing some more dockyards. Is there any way we can do that? Because I think I really need, I am going to have to start focusing on my Navy if for no other reason than to protect against naval invasion. What about coastal forts? Probably should have done that a long time ago, but I honestly didn't think I was going to end up at war with Britain and need to worry about that. Okay, here we go. Looks like we've got the Treaty of Belgrade coming our way, and we're going to go ahead and just claim all of Serbia for ourselves. There's only 2 territories. Oh, I'm not going to be able to do all that in one turn, apparently. let it continue. I think I might have screwed that up. I'm not sure. I should have been able to claim the whole thing. But is that war basically over now? Okay, well, we'll let Serbia stand as they are. The people who started the whole thing are now no longer involved in the whole thing. But that's fine, because now what this means is I have a whole front that I can shift. And let's go ahead and do this, and then we'll wrap this episode up here, I think. I'm going to go ahead and move them over here to help out with this war. How's that? Alright, now, that said, let me slow down here for a minute. Not everybody's going to go help with that. These guys here, I'm going to form a new unit that is going to be a garrison unit, because I do need to protect against invasion from the sea here. Alright, 23 should be enough for that for now. Garrison area is going to be right here, 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 and here. Alright. That should do the trick. The rest can go help out the Germans. And I'd really very much like to start turning my attention to the Russian front. But perhaps we'll wait until Romania is in the war, which is going to take a couple of months. So as it stands, really very few casualties so far. And most of the casualties that are happening are on my enemy's side, so that's kind of nice. Only 60 losses by the Germans, 0 for myself. They definitely outnumber us. It would be very helpful to get Italy and Romania into this war, and definitely the Ottomans as well. So it looks like my fleet is once again going to be able to patrol this area. And that should protect against naval invasion. And let's take a look here. If these guys are ready to go into action. I think they probably are. Alright. Once again, we've got naval combat, it looks like, in the Adriatic Sea. And once again, it should be a victory for me. Yeah, he took off. He didn't even bother fighting me. Where's the naval invasion happening, and why is my patrol not dealing with it? Alright, so I feel like we're protecting the Adriatic pretty well so far, so that's a good thing. I really wish I was in a position to be able to launch this attack on the Russians. And that's mainly because we're still preparing. Because I feel like every day I wait, the Russians get better prepared and ready to go. Definitely got the numerical advantage on them. Alright, so why do these armies not have orders assigned? I thought that I did that. Alright, let's reassign these orders. Sometimes this happens. I'm really not sure why. We're going to go through Belgium. And basically, let's just take Belgium. If the Germans can't do it, we need to help them to do it. But I really honestly think that my goal here is just basically to hold the line in the West, try to take Russia out of this war. Hopefully they get a revolution at some point and pull themselves out of the war. Let's go with early light machine guns. All right. So I'm going to wrap it up right there. Plenty going on in that one. And I've got a lot to think about, a lot to kind of evaluate to figure out how we go with this war now that it's become inevitable and it has actually happened. You can see the UK's got 121 divisions there. The French have 67. And Germany doesn't have nearly that many on this front. They're focusing just as I am on Russia at the moment. So I guess we're just trying to kind of hold the line over here. And then we'll go from there. Hopefully we get Romania into it, and we'll go from there. So war at last. It's about to get really interesting. So as always, welcome your input. We'll come back tomorrow with the next episode. So that gives you a whole day to kind of make suggestions about what you think I should be doing in this. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.